Welcome. I take it you've taken an interest in the new Kavaris region. Well, with how much people are loving it, I can't say I blame you. But I also imagine some of you may be thinking, but I'm still level 20 and I haven't played since last summer. Worry not. Playing catch-up in this game has become much easier as of late. As long as you follow the following tips, you should be able to catch up to the rest of the pack in no time at all. The first thing you can do is your daily orders. They give a good amount of experience and increase their experience the further you get into the story. And the daily orders you get are based on the regions you've unlocked, so you don't have to worry about getting any Kavaris orders when you're still running around Retem. The second method is to talk to an NPC named Leah May. She offers several quests that can be repeated on a daily basis and can give you a total of 200,000 experience. What's more is that these missions can be accepted on all your characters, so on a good day you could get the 200,000 experience for multiple characters. On top of that, there's also 2 weekly missions that give you a monumental amount of experience for doing a whole bunch of requests. But do take note that weekly missions are limited to once per account, so these boosts can only be given to one character each. The third method is by doing side quests from various NPCs around the cities, but do take note that these are limited to once per character, so please make sure you're using the class you want to level up. Most quests you'll first see in Retem will give you 100,000 experience points for doing simple tasks like easy exterminations, delivering minerals you likely already have, and sometimes just going to random places around the region. Later on, you'll be given some tougher missions that will give you 200,000 experience. Once you're satisfied with your level, you can start Chapter 3 where you go to Kavaris. And you're given the best side quest in the entire game. Right after you start Chapter 3, you're told to talk to a cast named Gaiden, who gives you a side quest for 10 million experience points. And it's really simple. All you gotta talk to is that guy over there. I did some looking around and found out that 10 million experience points is enough to take you from level 27 to level 40, which is just right for the Kavaris content. That was enough to take me from level 46 to level 54, which is way over leveled for the Kavaris story. Once you're in Kavaris, you'll be given a lot of extermination and fetch quests that give you 300,000 experience. Then later on, you'll be given some more difficult missions that get you 1 million experience points. If you play your cards right, you shouldn't need to do any PSE farming in combat zones until you get to Kavaris. And when you do get to Kavaris, the catch-up game gets significantly easier. With like 90% of the player base being in Kavaris, you should have no trouble finding people who are in the same boat as you, trying to level up your classes and catch up to the rest of the gang. Here's a few last minute tips you should make sure you keep in mind while you play catch-up. First, obviously, set the class you want to use as your main class so it gets the most experience. But also make sure to set a secondary class that you want to use as your subclass so it also gains easy experience. Once you're finished with your main class, switch to your secondary class so that it can catch up too. However, some missions may prove too difficult for your secondary, so you have to switch to your main class to get them done. But the good news is most side quests come in multiple steps, with the last step being talking to the NPC that gave it to you. So in this case, use your main class to take out the mission, then report back to the NPC with your secondary class, so that it gets the experience. Make sure you pay attention to how many steps a quest has, cause that will give you a hint of which ones make you talk to the NPC to get your reward. Lastly, I'm sure many of you are eagerly awaiting the return of Summoner. Personally, I hope and think that it is coming soon, so if you want to use Summoner as your main class, level up a different class for the time being, but don't do all the side quests. That way, when Summoner does come out, you'll have plenty of free experience ready and waiting to help Summoner play catch-up. Thank you for watching this video. Whether you're a long-time player or an old player returning from hiatus, I hope this information was educational and helps you better enjoy Phantasy Star New Genesis.